Good morning, students. We are learning this lesson in the kingdom of fools. Okay? Till yesterday, we have learned that the blame of killing of the thief was passing on from one person to another. And now, when the dancer girl was blamed, she blamed and another person, means the goldsmith. She said that she had to go to collect her jewelry from the goldsmith. Okay? Then, fine, we have learned till now that the goldsmith was blamed by the dancing girl. Now come to page number 22nd. We left the place at, that was when this bricklayer saw me. It's not my fault, my lord. It's the damn goldsmith fault. उसने कहा ये तो बिल्कुल डैम गोल्डस्मिथ की, जब हमें डैम कब यूज़ किया जाता है? when we want to show our anger or frustration. So now the king said, poor thing, she is absolutely right. Thought the king, weighing the evidence, we have got the real culprit at last. Get the goldsmith wherever he is hiding at once. Now the king thought that what the lady is saying is absolutely correct. Fine. So he said that they have got the real culprit at last, and he ordered his servants, ordered his workers to get that goldsmith wherever he was hiding. The king's bailiffs searched for the goldsmith, who was hiding in a corner of his shop. When he heard the accusation against him, he had his own story to tell. See, fine, he was also caught. Who? The goldsmith. He was hiding in the one corner of his shop. So he was also caught. Then he created his own story. Okay? When he heard the accusation against him, he had own story to tell. Accusation मतलब जिस पर कि आरोप लगाया जाए, दोष लगाया जाए. Accusation. Okay? We can see the word meanings written here. That is used. This expression is used to express anger or frustration. Bailiff means an official in the court of law. Bailiff, an official in the court of law. Decisively, a decision that will produce a definite result. Okay? Stake means a strong wooden or metal post. Imbelling is to pierce or cause injury. Pierce. Okay? So, he said, the king's bailiff means his official searched him and he created his own story. What did he say? My lord, I am a poor goldsmith. It is true, I made this dancer come many times to my door. I gave her excuses because I could not finish making her jewelry before I finished the rich merchant's orders. They had a wedding coming and they would not wait. You know how impatient rich men are. This is the excuse given by the goldsmith. He said, My lord, मैं तो एक बेचारा गरीब goldsmith हूँ. It is true that I made jewelry for this dancer girl, and I had to make her visit my home several times. But there was a reason behind it. Okay, what was the reason? Because I had to complete or finish the jewelry for a rich merchant. Okay, And rich merchants don't wait for anyone. See how impatient they are. Okay? How impatient they become when it is the matter of their own work. So, therefore, I made this dancer girl to make several rounds at my shop. Okay? Who is the rich merchant who kept you from finishing this poor woman's jewelry? Made her walk up and down, which distracted this bricklayer, which made a mess of his wall, which has now fallen on the innocent man and killed him. Just think, can you name him? Just think how many questions have been he created and imagined how many questions. The king himself was not coming to any decision. Fine? The king was thinking that who was this rich merchant who kept you waiting and who kept you from finishing this poor woman's jewelry. कौन है ये रिच मर्चेंट जिसकी वजह से तुम इस लेडी की ज्वेलरी नहीं बना पाए? मेड हर वॉक अप एंड डाउन द स्ट्रीट, उसको बार बार चक्कर कटवाया तुम्हारी गली के बाहर. विच डिस्ट्रैक्टेड व्हेन शी पास्ड थ्रू द लेन, इट डिस्ट्रैक्टेड द bricklayer, and this bricklayer, when he was distracted, his wall, means the wall made by him, was not very appropriate, was not up to the mark. Now this wall fell down on the poor burglar, an innocent, and killed him. So can you name him? So he was asked, means this goldsmith was asked to name the rich merchant whose jewelry he was making. Now what happened? The goldsmith named the merchant, and he was none other than the original owner of the house whose wall had fallen. Just think. Now justice had come full circle. Thought the king back to the merchant. When he was rudely summoned back to the court, he arrived crying, "It wasn't me but my father who ordered the jewelry. He is dead. I am innocent." He is pleading again. The justice circle now is completed. The circle of justice is completed. जिसका घर था वहीं पर वापस ब्लेम आ गया. कैसे? गोल्ड स्मिथ ने बताया मर्चेंट का नाम, ठीक है, and he was none other than the original owner of the house whose wall had fallen on the burglar. जिसकी घर की दीवार टूटी थी उसी को समन किया गया, उसी का नाम आया, तो इसी ने तो ज्वेलरी बनवाई थी. Again he was called. When he was rudely summoned back to the court, he arrived crying. Now he arrived and reached back crying. फिर से उसको बुलवाया गया. ठीक है, तुम्हारे घर की दीवार टूटी, पर तो ऑर्डर, ज्वेलरी का ऑर्डर भी तो तुम्ही ने दिया था. Then he said, I did not order for the jewelry. It was my father who ordered, and he is dead. He is no more now in the world. I am innocent. क्या कहा उसने? कि जो ज्वेलरी ऑर्डर की थी वो मेरे फादर ने की थी, and he is dead. I have nothing to say. I am innocent. मैं बिल्कुल innocent हूँ. Okay? But the king consulted his ministers and ruled decisively. It's true, your father is the true murderer. He is dead. But somebody must be punished in his place. You have inherited everything from the criminal father of yours. his riches as well as his sins. I knew at once, even when I first set eye on you, that you were the root of this horrible crime. You must die. Just think, now the king's voice has become decisive. किंग की आवाज़ अब डिसाइसिव होने लगी, मतलब अपनी बात में उसकी वो वजन ले आया कि बस अब तुम्हें तो मरना ही है. बट वाई? ही इज़ गिविंग द रीज़न. उसने क्या बोला? दैट इट इज़ ट्रू दैट योर फादर हैड ordered the jewelry, but your father is died. He is no more in the world. Then, actually the real murderer is your father. वास्तविक मर्डरर कौन है इस इनोसेंट बर्गलर का? योर फादर. ओके, बट ही इज डेड, एंड because somebody has to be punished in his place, and therefore you are to be blamed because you inherited everything from your father. Okay, because you inherited everything from your father, and when you have inherited his riches, his wealth, so you are to be equally participant in his sin. सिन मतलब होता है गुनाह, जो आपने गलत काम किए, क्राइम किया है. तो तुम्हारे फादर ने क्राइम किया, यू हैव टू बी इक्वली पार्टिसिपेट ऑफ हिज क्राइम्स. यू आर इक्वली टू बी ब्लेम्ड. तुम्हारे फादर नहीं है तो अब तुम्हें ही ब्लेम करना पड़ेगा. एंड यू मस्ट डाई नाउ. द किंग आस्क्ड हिम दैट he must die in his father's place, because, and he also said that when I saw you for the first time, when I set my eyes on you for the first time, I understood that you are the real culprit. Just think, how was the king, how foolish was the king. And he ordered a new stake to be made ready for the execution. As the servants sharpened the stake and got it ready for the final impaling of the criminal, it occurred to the minister that the rich merchant was somehow too thin to be properly executed on the stake. He appealed to the king's common sense. The king was too worried about it. What happened now? Now the king ordered for a new stake where he was to be executed. New stake बनवाने के लिए ऑर्डर किया गया. The serpents were sharpening the stake. Actually, they were making it sharp for the execution of the criminal. For the impaling means the pierce or cause injury, जो उसको pierce करने के लिए उसकी बॉडी को, मतलब उसको मारने के लिए शार्प कर रहे थे. It occurred to the minister. मिनिस्टर के दिमाग में ख्याल आया कि ये मर्चेंट, जो रिच मर्चेंट है, इस स्टेक की साइज के अकॉर्डिंग बहुत पतला है. ओके, दिस साइज ऑफ दिस रिच मर्चेंट इज वेरी, means he is very thin to be fit into the stake, to be executed on the stake. Okay, stake पर उसकी साइज आने के लिए वो मर्चेंट बहुत ही दुबला था. The king too worried about it. राजा भी बड़ा चिंतित हो गया. Okay, so I hope you have got and understood the content of. So read the content, read the lesson thoroughly, have a loud reading of the lesson at your home,